Hi there. I'm going to be honest with you. When I see a problem like this, I'm actually a little overwhelmed. So I need to look at what my knowledge is regarding parentheses and brackets. And in fact, let me define the difference. On the side, we call this a set of parentheses. We call this the set of brackets. Now they all, if I could spell brackets, okay, and we also have a third. I'll just give it to you. Then it's not being used in this problem, but these are called braces. Okay, so in the problem that we have a set of parentheses and a set of brackets. Now they do exactly the same, they perform exactly the same. It's an algebraic language, part of an algebraic language. Now, why do we use the two? Well, it gets confusing if we use parentheses all the time. We wouldn't know when one starts and when one ends. So for example, you know what, I'm going to rewrite the problem nice and large. We have -5 on the outside of a set of parentheses. All right, notice where it begins and where that parentheses ends. Then we have a subtraction sign, and then we have a set of brackets, a beginning and an end. So I'm just looking for where it begins, where it ends. All right, now inside the set of parentheses, we have a lot of stuff going on there. So let's see what we have. We have -3, now minus, that's outside the bracket, and then we have 3 minus parentheses 4x minus 1, close the bracket, close the parentheses. All right, now inside the next set of brackets, we have 3 times 3x plus 1. All right. The best way to do this problem is to work inside and then expand out, meaning you want to do the innermost parentheses or bracket first. Okay, so it looks like, let me get a nice color here. Looks like we should be doing this multiplying by -1. We want to remove these parentheses, and you remove parentheses or brackets by multiplying, so distributing. So in this case, this is the first thing I want to do. Now if I go over to the right, there's another set of brackets. We want to simplify what's inside this set of brackets, and they have nothing to do with the left set of parentheses. So we can actually do this simultaneously. So I'm going to now distribute by 3 there. All right, whatever you're not using, it's so important to rewrite or bring down what you're not using and keep the form, always working from left to right and work horizontally. So we're not using the -5. We are not removing these parentheses yet because we're not multiplying. Remember, you only remove a set of brackets or parentheses after multiplication. All right, we're not using the -3. We're not using this negative sign, which is really multiplying by a -1. We are not using the brackets yet, but we are going to bring down the 3 and now distribute. So it's -4x plus 1. I can bring this down, I can bring this down, and I'm going to now distribute, and that's 9x plus 3. Now, notice what's just been removed. The inner parentheses has been removed by distribution. All right. Again, it's always going to be distribute, collect, like terms. Okay. Inside here, of course, we want to simplify whatever is inside here. All right, whatever's inside here. So I'm going to rewrite whatever we're not using. And again, continue to write across from left to right horizontally. So it's -5. We are not using this set yet. Notice how I put it in so it doesn't get confusing. So it's -3 minus, and inside this set of brackets, we get 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 4x minus, now there's nothing to simplify here. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, it's getting to be a little less complicated, but we still need to clean up what's inside. It's working inside and then outer. Inner first, then outer parentheses or brackets. Again, parentheses are the same as brackets. They perform and mean the same thing. All right, what can we do now? Well, it looks to me like there's a -1 in front right here. Right? Remember, anytime there's a negative in front of a parentheses or a bracket, you're distributing by -1, and the same thing goes here. All right. Are we using the -5? No, just simply bring it down. Are we using are we distributing by -5? No, so I'm going to bring down the -3, but I now want to distribute by that -1, which produces now a -4. Oops, let me do it in black. Which produces a -4. A negative times a -4 is +4x. It's looking a little better. We can distribute now on the right side right here because it has nothing to do with the parentheses on the left. So I'm going to distribute here, and I get -9x -3. Okay, we've removed the brackets on the right. Now we have to collect like terms inside this guy right here. So I'm going to leave the -5. We are not multiplying as of yet. Collect like terms inside the parentheses. Be careful with your signs. -3, -4 is -7 plus 4x minus 9x minus 3. Okay, we have 2 more steps to go. We've collected all like terms with inside this parentheses here, so now it's time to distribute. And remember, once you distribute, you are removing parentheses. So -5 times -7 is 35. -5 times +4x is -20x. Minus 9x minus 3. We have completely removed all the brackets and the parentheses. All that's left now is to collect like terms if they exist. And it looks like we have these 2 terms and these 2 terms. 35 minus 3 is finally 32 minus 29x. Unfortunately, there's no way to check this problem going backwards. So I think what we should do is just do another problem. All right, I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're ready for our next example, and I'll write it in one moment. Okay, I think it's a good idea to write down this problem, put the video on pause, try it on your own, and then come back when you're done to check your answer. All right, I'm going to pause at this moment. Okay, I'm back. What is the first thing we should do? Remember, you need to work inside and then outer parentheses. So we're going to work on this set of parentheses and this set of parentheses because they're inside the larger bracket. Whatever I'm not using, I'm going to bring down. Again, the only time you remove a set of parentheses or brackets is after multiplication or distribution. So I'm not using the 5. Now remember, we are not going to subtract first because we have to do the 5 minus 2 here. We're not going to subtract because we have to work inside first. Okay, so it's 5 minus 2, bracket. I'm going to write the whole bracket again because I'm not removing that yet. All right, I am not going to use the 3. So we get 3 minus, now distribute, minus 4 plus 4x minus 4x minus 6, close the bracket. Okay, so all we have to do now is collect like terms inside there, and we get 5 minus 2. Remember, do not subtract yet until you collect the like terms and finish. Oh, let's see, that's nice. So 4x's go out. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 and negative 6 is negative 7. Oh, that was lovely. That makes me happy when this happens. All right, now we have, I can rewrite this as 5 minus 2 times negative 7. Oh, doesn't matter. I'm just choosing to do that. All right, order of operations tells you to multiply next before subtraction. So it's 5 plus 14 or 19. And there's your final answer.